confident that the interpretation from the timeline from the future about their own catastrophe is not off by a few years. We're talking about 45,000 years or 52,000 years respectively. We have difficulty understanding what happened 2,000 years ago. And we're talking about 50,000 years here. So it's very wise for them to wait.
Okay, and you mean the looking glasses are now decommissioned, but also the Stargate technology?
Yeah, they're decommissioned, and the Stargates and the looking glasses, I'm sure they're all in their little mothballed containers and all of that, and they have been separated. The three components of each have been separated and moved to different power structures, diplomatic and military authorities in the world. And we're talking about the EU specifically, the UN and NATO. Those are in specific control of one of the three components each. And I cannot comment as to which component is contained by whom.
Okay, but you're saying there's no doubt whatsoever that all this technology has been decommissioned.
There is no doubt whatsoever when it comes to the looking glasses and when it comes to the Stargate technology that it has been decommissioned. And however, there are a few threats going on, ongoing threats from present countries stating that they will put it together at their will, do their own self-determination. And those countries, if push comes to shove, will be shoved.
Okay, meaning put it together now?
As in build one themselves now.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, what was extant has been collected. I'm under very good assurance that what was sitting there has now been collected and decommissioned.
Okay, and we're assuming Iraq is one of those.
Oh, absolutely.
Basically, they were able to pinpoint in the looking glass the very highest probability for those things to occur.
That's true. That's true. And Bill was asking about a future date involving another thing, and a year was given to me. And he was saying, well, if a year can be provided for that,
right,
why wouldn't a year be provided for the other? Well, there was a highest probability year for it. However, telling me about something that might happen in the future involving a project which we're currently involved is one matter.
Sure.
Willy-nilly throwing a date out which is a probability involving the lives and the destiny of all of us here on the Earth, and specifically to a predicted 4.5 or 4 billion people death, is another matter. Okay. That carries an entire different weight with it.
But are we to assume that we've passed that year yet? Or is
you're
not
to assume.
No. Okay, so that's still in the offing. What we're looking at is a very low probability of the event,
yes,
the event or the set of events,
yes,
occurring.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes. We're looking at a low probability of the higher catastrophic portion of the events occurring. I expect that the events which would kick it off are still going to happen. For instance, the solar max, which is coming at around 2012, and the expected loss of GPS equipment and things like that, which is out there as part of on the web. You can find that as Engadget, I think, was one of the groups that spoke about the loss of GPS and satellite communication.
Meaning electromagnetic grid is going to go down.
Yes, yes, okay. And that would be the time that I would expect the highest probability of the T2 event having correlated to the history of the J-Rods and the Orions. But that's as far as I can.
Wow. Okay, well that's pretty close.
I can't give a date though.
Yeah, I understand.
I can, but I shouldn't. Because people will then target toward a date. And there are people out there now that are saying, oh, it's right around the corner at any moment now. Why won't the aliens save us?
Yeah.
We need to save ourselves.
Okay,
and that's why the steps have been taken in the world and are still underway so that we will save ourselves.